Well, good morning or good afternoon, whatever it may be. Here I am looking at a stack of energy drinks, and we are about to start a project in chemistry called a can of Bull. If you look at the handout that you've been given, this talks about what I would like to see you doing for this activity. I'm assuming you can read this first paragraph here. What you have in this area right here, this is what I'm asking you to do for this activity. And so the first thing that I see here, right in here, you are going to come up with a working definition of biological energy. It's worth 3 points, and then you're going to use your definition of biological energy to tie it to your energy drink. What does it mean to say that these drinks provide energy? So, what is it, and how do these drinks provide energy? That's kind of the gist of the first 2 points of this. After that, you could do this in whatever order you want. What I want you to do then is you're going to do this piece right in here. And this is probably the biggest part of this activity. You're going to describe and categorize as many of the contents of your energy drink as you can. Notice that I have a link here. This is going to take you to a website that has a lot of the links or a lot of the ingredients that you're going to find on your energy drink, and you can get some information about them. Wikipedia is also another site that will give you information. The type of information I'm looking for, I would like to see Lewis structure. I'd like to know the physiological role. What does it do in your body? And the chemical role, what's it doing in the can? And does it have a role that it's a preservative or something like that? Or so you might find that they would have both physiological and chemical roles, or maybe you'll have one or the other. That's why I wrote and or. Now, you might not have time to do all of the ingredients. Certainly, if you want an A, I'm going to need to see a fairly complete listing of the ingredients that you have in your can. And this is what we're looking at right here. This would be your ingredient list, and I'm looking at carbonated water, citric acid, taurine, sodium citrate, natural artificial flavors. If they say natural artificial flavors, they really can't do a whole lot with that. But the ones that they're giving you specific scientific names like L-carnitine, whatever the heck that is, caffeine, sorbic acid, and in some cases they tell you, well, look at that, it's a preservative. That tells you what its role in the drink is. But find as many of these as you can, and if you're going to create a Google Drive or a Google Doc on this, you can take the image that they give you and copy that and paste that in your document if you want. But I'm thinking that for this specific piece of the project, you're going to be looking at some kind of a table, I would guess. The next one is this piece right down here. You want how do the drink's ingredients contribute to the listed nutritional information? If you look on all of your cans, you have a piece here. It's usually right above the ingredients. This is nutritional information. And if you noticed on their sheet, I gave you a link for this also, and it talks about kind of what kinds of information you're going to find here. You've got anything from calories to sodium to carbohydrates, sugars, proteins. Some of this you'll remember from biology. So I want to know what in your ingredient list matches up to things that you find in the nutrition table. The next thing I'm wanting you to do is here. You need to pick one of these options. Either you're going to research the marketing advertising claims for your beverage and then design some kind of an experiment or test to see if you can measure those claims. Sometimes that took the form of, I've had kids come up with 2 different Sudoku puzzles, and they did one before drinking the beverage and they did one after drinking the beverage. Sometimes it was some other kind of mental test, like a concentration game. Some groups simply measured changes in heart rate. Or the other option would be to compare your drink with Coke or Mountain Dew to see how different it is from those beverages. And again, if you wanted to design an experiment, it would make your project a little bit stronger. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, advertising claims. How could you measure the claims of the beverage? Okay, you might want to look on YouTube and look at some of the ads concerning your specific beverage. Don't tell me that's my last slide. Okay, it's my last slide. Sorry. Other things that I want to make sure, you can't take your can out of the classroom because those cans are going to be used by multiple hours. So you can, if you want to go out and buy your own energy drink, for example, if you're doing Red Bull, you can use my can of Red Bull, but if you're going to do any testing or stuff, you can't open that can. You'll have to get your own can. And we're limited to the beverages that we have available. I would prefer you not go out and find something else, or don't find something online that we don't actually have the can for. There are 18 cans there. You're working in your lab groups. I'm thinking everybody has the ability to find what they need to find. Okay? So use your time wisely. When I get back on Tuesday, we'll kind of determine where we're at with this. My guess is you're going to get a short test on Lewis structures on Thursday, plus you're going to have this work that you're doing on energy drinks due on Thursday. So it's going to be a busy week next week, and it should be exciting. Kids have really enjoyed this project in the past, and I would guess you guys would too. So, see you later. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.